you're about to witness a murder. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. We're back with another video, and I know that technically it's not the middle of the year anymore. We're like almost 2/3 done. As I'm sitting here filming this, it is July 20th, so I'm a little late on the mid-year freakout tag. I think it's fun to check in and see what we're all reading, what we're into, you know, halfway through the year, a little after halfway through the year. I am not currently at my house where my bookshelf and books are. I am at my boyfriend's house, so I'm just going to insert pictures with the books. The first category is best book you've read so far in 2019, and this is actually a book I just finished 2 nights ago, and that is The Best Lies by Sarah Liu. I just was speechless when I closed the book. I was speechless, but I was left with like this lump in my chest, and I love that feeling. I hate the feeling, but I love it. I love it because I know that means that this book really truly touched me and left me thinking. It is a mystery thriller, maybe, although it was mostly just mystery. When this book opens, we're seeing Remy deal with the trauma of having lost her boyfriend Jack, and as if that wasn't enough, now she is a witness to a murder, or possibly accessory to a murder. Her boyfriend Jack was shot, and the person who pulled the trigger was her best friend, Elise. So not only is she having to process the death of her boyfriend, but also having to deal, in a way, grieving with the loss of a possible friendship. She's trying to piece together what happened the night of the murder. Everything, she's just dealing with so much trauma. She hasn't slept in X amount of hours, and now she's being questioned aggressively by a detective. But I just felt like there was such a deeper meaning when you see everything unfold and everything that happened. It truly is deeper than just a murder investigation, which in and of itself was intriguing enough to me to pick up the book. I really loved it so much that I really am thinking about doing a book talk on it, so be on the lookout for that in the future. I just was left with so many emotions that I really wanted to share with all of you. Book 2, best sequel you've read so far in 2019, and that would most likely be The Wandering Star by Romina Russell. It is the sequel to Zodiac, and I loved it. 5-star read. I just felt like the stakes were really higher in the second book. There really was an increased sense of urgency, and just the action was built up. The reveals were bigger. We just got so much information in the second book that, I loved it. Definitely as a second book, I loved it. New release you haven't read yet but want to, The Wicked King by Holly Black. It's been sitting on my shelf since it came out. I went and bought it the day it published. I just haven't gotten around to it. I've been in a little bit of a reading slump and honestly not in a really big fantasy mood. I am excited to get to it. Most anticipated release for the second half of the year, hands down, Capturing the Devil by Carrie Maniscalco, the 4th and final book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series. I have been waiting for this release the entire year. It publishes in September, I think, and I already have it pre-ordered, so I'm just waiting for that date to come around. Biggest disappointment? That would have to be Soul of the Sword by Julie Kagawa, and it kind of hurts to say that because Julie is one of my favorite authors. She wrote my favorite series of all time that I love and hold so dear to my heart, the Iron Fae series. So when I read the Soul of the Sword, I just had so many issues with it. I could barely get through the first third. It took me almost a month to get through it. I talk a little bit about my disappointment and my issues in my most recent wrap-up, which I will link up in the cards for you in case you care and want to know. Biggest surprise? That would have to be The Disasters by M.K. England. I received this in a book subscription box, and when I saw it, I read the synopsis and I was like, I was annoyed. I was a little annoyed that I had wasted the money on the box for a book that I didn't want. It was a sci-fi, which I wasn't the biggest fan of sci-fis back then. I like tolerate them now. I don't know what it was. I just immediately shut down on that book. Like, I saw it and made up my mind that I wasn't gonna read it, that I wasn't gonna like it. Ended up reading it at work, because I wanted something that I could read at work and not get really attached to so I could put it down, you know, when I had to actually work. Big mistake, because I'm pretty sure I read it, at least a lot of it, at work. So that was definitely a very pleasant surprise. Favorite new author, debut or new to you? Sarah Liu, the author of The Best Lies. I don't know, like, just The Best Lies was her debut novel, and for her to just blow my mind completely, I am shocked when I saw that it was her debut novel. She is definitely one that I will be on the lookout anytime there's a new release from her. New fictional crush. I will say, I feel like I used to get more crushes on characters when I was reading, and I feel like I know, like, I'll read about them and think like, oh my god, they're so swoony together, but then I don't have a crush on them. I have a crush on the relationship as a whole. Oh my gosh, I hadn't even thought about this. Probably Hysan from the Zodiac series by Romina Russell. He's pretty dreamy, pretty swoony, and he's a Libra. AKA, we're like perfect for each other. New favorite character, Audrey Rose. Audrey Rose definitely kicks ass. Book that made you cry. So we have like happy crying and sad crying. Happy crying would be Becoming the Dark Prince, which is an e-novella for the Stalking Jack the Ripper series by Carrie Maniscalco. My heart just skipped a beat just thinking about it. It was so, there was like such cute moments in there that my eyes welled up. Or The Best Lies by Sarah Liu. My tears welled up for a completely different reason. When you think about the situations that happened to these characters and how everything just culminated in this tragedy, it just really got me thinking, and I'm just really emotional that way. Most beautiful book you've bought so far this year. The Best Lies. I really love that color. That definitely is what attracted me to it when I saw it on the shelf, like the pinky melted lollipop. I just thought the colors looked really pretty. The Wandering Star, all the Zodiac series covers are incredible in my opinion. What books do you need to read by the end of the year? Capturing the Devil by Carrie Maniscalco. That's really the only book that I feel like I really need to read before the end of the year. Other than that, I'm really low maintenance when it comes to my reading. That is it to this video. That is my mid-year freakout tag. I feel really weird today sitting in front of the camera and filming. I don't know why my thoughts were scattered everywhere. If there are any books that we share in common, definitely leave it in the comments below. I want to know if any of the books that I've read have intrigued you and you want to read it. Also, let me know. I want to know if you read them. Let's talk about it. Majority of the time, I need someone to squeal and talk about these books with, so follow me on Twitter. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Elle. I need a nap, and I'll see you in next time's video.